is getting ridiculous.
In the days of old, the sorcerers of Riverlong cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Riverlon and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever Source appears, hunters follow.
It's a little bit complicated. Of course we'll coordinate outfits, won't we? Gotta be done.
Rise and shine, Master Source Hunters. The captain wants you up on deck. Hearing gulls means we're close to shore. I don't ever you go in there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry enough for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the Counselor in. Source in a city like Sicil, nowhere's safe anymore. Here they are, Captain Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters. You'll be happy to hear we've reached Sicil. But there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully. Here, have a look. Those are orc ships, and they're blocking our passage. We'll get you as close to the city as we can, and drop you off in the beach. Be wary now. Orcs are on the attack. Undead have closed every route out, and there's a sorcerer on the loose. If we're to get justice for the Counselor, you'll have to keep your wits about you.
Uh-oh, no.
May the luck of the gods be with you both, Source Hunters.
Such good music. Those who are enhanced edition has to be so massive though. To examine a character, hover over them and press left control. Too slow. Basic movement. Click anywhere on the ground. Yeah, okay. I'm good with that. Hold on a sec. Just gotta check the audio messages. Okay. Yeah, I think we can manage camera controls and movement. Seems to be Larian's thing is okay. Starting on a beach. Kind of. Is it Larian's source code to play? Okay, I can't tilt up as much as I'd like. All filters are on by default. Let's get rid of some. Combat, yes. Dialogue, yes. Banter, yes. Dice rolls, yes. Item interaction. Until it annoys me. Alright. So, one thing I decry when I'm watching people is that they never learn like the UI or read tooltips and things, and then they get frustrated because they've made the game harder for themselves. So I'm going to be sensible and have a look. So there is this thing that looks like a dice. A die? A die. I imagine that's positioning your characters. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to turn down the music. It's too loud for me. How actually, yeah, how is it for you? Maybe it's just, you tell me. Just, then I know whether to turn it down in the game or for myself. Alright, can't remember their names, can't remember which portrait is who. It's a bit much. Right, that's it. As I felt. As nice as it is, it's too much. I'm going to put it down to 80. How's that? I could even just pull the music down if that's the problem. Okay, is that too much? Just pull the music down instead. I mean, you saw. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you're one of those people who listen to streams and imagine what's going on. Fabulous. It's fine. Alright. Cool. Cool beans. Oh, we can recognise them because head necklace. So this is the witch. Vitality 93. Inventory is I, as always. Everything you pick up is stored here. Right mouse button on objects to find out what you can do with them. Alright, so we've got our... I don't know whether they're abilities, skills, I don't know. People change the names on these things. All of our information. Sight, we have sight. Excellent. Can you open them at the same time? It's not tab. Tab does something else. I wrote it down earlier. Draw and sheath weapon. Retutorialize the... Yeah. Well, it is telling me. I just don't know if I can look at both of their inventories. Oh, I can. I'll just click on them both. Here we go then. I'm just comparing them at this point. So Sylvaria should make the decisions because she's cleverer, but she's not very nice, so maybe she shouldn't. Sight, same amount. Hearing, same. Movement for Juniper is lowered because she's ridiculously wearing some clothes. I mean armor. And her initiative is boosted from speed and perception and her gear. So Juniper has the highest damage output at the moment, so I guess we'll try and remember to use Sylvaria's a bit of a buff. Armor rating's higher on her, not surprising. The other one's wearing a dress, let's be honest. Offense rating. Chance of hitting an enemy with your weapon is higher for the witch, which is like useful and not at all. Defense higher for Juniper. Vitality obviously higher for her because she's a little bit more physical. And we've got no resistances at all, whatever tenebrium is. And we've got this I really like the layout of the gear. I enjoy it in this set out way as if they were wearing it. But we've got other tabs. We've got abilities tab. They shape what a character can do and how well it performs. In order to level up an ability, spend the number of ability points equal to the next level. Abilities are capped at 5. Okay, so that's our abilities. Talents determine a character's unique features. Select talents to complement a character's abilities and attributes. Or don't, you know, you could mess it up. Yeah, sometimes you can't reset the tutorials, I guess. But this one's just has it on and you can uncheck it if you like. Traits. Assign to your character after voicing opinions. I remember. If your character is consistent in their opinions, their trait points can result in stat or ability bonus. I like this. It's almost like that encouraging you to roleplay your character. Much appreciated. So right now we have no pastality because we don't talk much because Sylvaria lived alone in the woods and Juniper only talked to animals. Oh, sorry, Whack. I read that as R2D2 because that's how my eyeballs are working. I'm like, R2D2 catches me out that way? What? But you meant the other thing. Alright, what have we got in our packs? We have a pack. Doesn't have anything in it just yet. Sylvaria has a Summon Undead Warrior scroll. Scroll. Summon a level 1 skeleton in a 12-meter radius for 24 seconds. AP cost 4, properties 4 turns. I will read it out when we use it, I think. Absolutely whack. Animals first. Resurrect scroll, I guess that's useful. That would be very useful. Minor healing potion, which doesn't look like it has much left in it. Heals 20%. I have a book, The Order of the Source Hunters, A Brief History. Crack it open, inhale the musk of its pages, and learn something new. We will do that. We also have orders embossed with the signia of the Order of the Source Hunters. These instructions have been sanctioned by one of the highest authorities in the land. That's a point. We haven't really... I mean, we've read the background, but we don't know why they agreed to become Source Hunters. For Sylvaria, I'd imagine it was to stop them taking her in for nefarious deeds. Maybe even using Source. Juniper? That's a tougher one. Why would you want to leave? Maybe they implied that Source would be dangerous to the forests and the animals as well. And she is more equipped to deal with it being a human. Something like that. They both have 200 gold each. Wars are won and lost by it. Bonds are formed and broken for it. Fancy gear is purchased by it. That last one sounds pretty tempting, doesn't it? Oh, the witch has a golden grail. Once an alchemist's simple bronze chalice, this grail was in just the right place at just the right time when its owner mastered the art of transmuting base metals. He charmed the grail with the power to transform basic clothing and armours from silver cloth and steel to lavish gold, and he never ran out of cash again. It's worth 280. Maybe that's like for a rainy day. And I've got Xandalor's trunks. I can equip them. Your grandmother always had advised you to buy underpants that breathe. Oh, this just sounds like... what? Like, they don't have any... Oh, they have 4 gold. Where would they go? She's got underwear on. I don't want to wear this person's trunks. Trunks is for swimming anyway. The Wayfarer has an oil flask. Again with the oil, I really doubt it. Creates a small oil puddle within a 1 meter radius. Okay, so we're going to read the brief history of the Source Hunters. Get some background. Have some water. Hang on a sec. Bear with me. I'm going to forget to do this if I don't. There we go. I'm losing track of time, so I'm actually going to set an alarm for when I'm supposed to finish. Otherwise I'll be bed late and Puff will be going out late and it'll all be a mess. When Source was tainted so many centuries ago, sorcerers who had... Oh, it's centuries ago, okay. Sorcerers who had once brought great good began to wield a force of evil. When one of their kind, Brachus Rex, came to power, he instigated a war that would have undone Rivellon if not for the Council of Seven. These wise rulers ordered a new order of elite warriors specially trained to fight the Source menace. I'm getting distracted. Brachus was defeated and the Order of the Source Hunters began its legacy. Our objective is to eradicate the Source menace from Rivellon, one sorcerer at a time. Why do I feel like it's going to be more complicated than that? Is it their fault? Ooh, I like how I grabbed the corner. Recognizing Source. Unlike other forms of magic, Source is particularly difficult to identify. Yeah. Mages of many years' experience may learn to sense the presence of Source, as others smell the sick, sweet scent of poison or hear the barely perceptible scrape of a sword loosened from its hilt. Source may be channeled through certain objects, weapons, gems, or metals. These are unpredictable as Source itself, and may inflict terrible harm or magnificent feats of healing upon either wielder or target. Methodology of the Source Hunter. Ours is an order of cunning and cleverness as much as strength and power. The well-trained Source Hunter will examine and question, lift every barrel and analyse each testimony for the faintest breath of a clue. Nothing is insurmountable. If some knot puzzles you, mark its location upon your map and return to it when you've learned a better method of untangling it. There are no limits to a Source Hunter's resolve. No riddle is unknowable, no foe unbeatable, no mystery unsolvable. Alright, so this paragraph is basically saying if you get to an area that's too much for you, come back later. That's what it's implying. Oh, yeah, and to look everywhere. Yeah, the Source being tainted, it reminds me of the Wheel of Time book series, where the male, funnily enough, source of the male side of the Source was tainted, so men who use it inevitably go mad and or rot and die, whichever comes first. Fairly similar, apart from, you know, the death and the insanity, hopefully. Although they do make them evil automatically, so... Oh. Anyway, focus. My eyeballs are starting to struggle to focus, actually. Orders! Source Hunters. Your orders are to investigate the recent murder of Councillor Jake. Sorry. I just feel like when you have Councillor, you would use a surname Maybe it is in this place, but Jake seems such a regular name. And inspect the city of Cyzeel for evidence of source magic. Your liaison in Cyzeel will be a wizard called Ahu, or who is anxiously awaiting your arrival. I don't like how vague it is, this identifying source magic. Sounds a bit witch huntery to me. Due to the nature of your mission, we put at disposal some of the most powerful spells and magics known to the Order, but treat them with caution and tread with care. Scrolls such as these are very rare. We'd advise you not to blow through your entire arsenal at once. Good luck and God's speed. Signed, Captain Watrous. Arsenal? I've got a resurrect scroll and an undead warrior scroll. Sure, dude. Arsenal it is. We can click on... Oh, skills. We could just bring skills up. Okay, this is the skill screen. If you want to learn more skills, you'll need to find or buy skill books. Okay. I'm not going to remember this. Oh, I read it too slowly. Guess we wing it. Boop. Shall we move? It's just... Oh, look how close they are. Oh. Sorry, I don't know why I found that so cute. I want her to be second though. One in front of the other, I reckon. Or one off from the other. And I want... Yeah, I can drag. The camera stopped following your party member. You can look around freely using the arrow keys. To recenter on your party, press home or double click a party member's portrait. Holding left mouse button does the same. Alright, yeah, that reminds me of another pet peeve when I'm watching. I know I shouldn't bitch about other people's streams, but I'm not giving names. So I've seen a lot of people who will zoom around to check out what's going on ahead, which is absolutely cool, but then they click and wait for the people to come to you. And in some games, that's absolutely fine. But there are certain games where you might miss things, you know, or maybe your characters will be chatting and you won't hear them, and it's not for me. Alright. Will the camera move by itself, or do I have to move it? Okay, I've pressed the home button. Oh, right, I wonder if it's Alt like in Baldur's Gate. Yes. Let's pick up everything. Except the witch is going to pick up the skull. Can be ground to dust. Wow, I wonder if more things are useful. Yeah, I know. Let's look in this crate. Oh no! My skirt's getting... Oh! Gold! Gold! A shell?
If I didn't know there were orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy.
None of them sound like how... Neither of them sound like how I'd imagine. Dark-dealing sorcerers. I sound pretty judgmental. Yeah, if I have them centered, if I press home, then the camera will move with them. If I'm moving the camera, I have to do that all the time. Oh, tiny, tiny things. Pick up all the shells. Effects unknown. For all I know, they're useful for crafting. Or selling, who knows? Got some more shells? Or maybe just making a nice necklace. Are you finally going to go rest your head? That's a good choice, Shino. Thank you so much for hanging out for Character Creation Stream. Please consider us for your character creation needs in the future. Ruins! I love ruins. Yeah, I'll be done soon. Only I've got 25 minutes, and then you can tell I'm kind of flagging. I'm very tired. Fuse. To a grenade maker, fuses are an abundant pleasure. Fuses to be bought, fuses to be found, a whole world of fuses. Of course, the really fun part is lighting them. I don't feel very bomb-like. Oh, there's death around the corner.
Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What? Did you expect it to have an entourage?
So funny. I didn't check out... Obviously, we've got the mini-map in the top right. It's very mini. Connection menu. That must be an online thing. We've got the game menu. We've got toggle tactical camera, which we can also do by pressing B. Oh, and it highlights the characters. This is useful for getting around tight spots, I'd imagine. We've got a zoom in and a zoom out, so I'm going to zoom out. There's a lot of fog of war at the moment. We've got coordinates. Coordinates? I'm doing fine. Don't know where I'm going to use that. Map, full map, I guess. Yeah. We've got a marker, Sizeel Harbour Gate. I always think it's funny when they say, oh, it's the best city in Rivellon, and then you get there and there's like 6 houses or something. We've got map, we've got dialogues. Does it record everything? No, it didn't record. Oh no, it did down here, but it's blocked. I'm not explaining this very well. Dialogues as we're walking around are in the dialogue log in the bottom right, not in the map section. We've got secrets and log. Okay. Log, Source Hunter's Journey, Day 1, 1328. We're ready for our first assignment. It seems the murder of Councillor Jake is a clear-cut case of sorcery, and we're ready to nab the perpetrator. Gone all PI. We landed on the beach east of our destination, so we should head westwards toward the city of Sizeel. And we've also got a mysterious murder. Our orders are clear. We've been sent to the city of Sizeel to investigate the murder of Councillor Jake. The wizard Arhu will meet us in the city to elaborate on this sorry matter. I almost said celebrate. That's not right. Okay, we've got toggle tutorial log and just log in general. But yeah, if you see in the bottom right, the log is getting a bit squashed by the hotbar along the bottom. I guess we'll manage. We will celebrate. Oh, that sounded horrible. Just making sure we haven't missed anything. Oh, more shells. This will do great. We'll do some like handcraft works. Craft works. Oh dear. I am flagging. I apologise. Macrame. That's what it's called. Well, that's the pasta one, isn't it? There will be no shells for anyone else. We just came here for the shells. Do they cost anything? Ah, I picked it up too quickly. 1 gold. Pick up everything until otherwise knowledgeable. I'm literally going the wrong way, I think. Where did north go? Oh, north is down the bottom. I'm going south. Oh, I'm alright with that. Empty crates. Why? I'm zooming ahead, doing exactly the thing I said. I'm not going far enough ahead for it to be a problem. Don't want to miss things. Got some shipwrecks. Washed up. Or dragged in. Dangerous places, dangerous times. Now we're going to check out the body. Oh no! Her default equipment is still the crossbow. But she can't wield it. Because I took it off and she can only use bows. Does it say that she can't use it? Or should she just be shit with it? That's pretty funny. That's the only weapon she's got as well. I guess we'll find out. I've lost the body. Oh, there it is. Ew, it's got flies on. Oh, a shell. Alright, dead man. Has a traveller's journal by the looks of it. This book took a tumble down some cliffs. To read books or notes, open your inventory and interact with the object. Oh, I just wanted to read it. I don't want to pick it up. Here it is though. Junar 21. That must be the month. Rejoice, for the statues have granted my wish. Their whimsical nature, however, must not be taken lightly, so before I soar through the sky like an eagle, I shall attempt a mere hop from the cliffs down at the beach. This should be a small feat for the man that can fly. If this experiment is successful, the sun shall be my next target. New journal entry, and party member has something to say about the crazy guy who jumped off a cliff. Who are we playing? I guess it doesn't matter. We pick both. Our first interaction. Yeah.
Can you believe this? The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues, of all things.
So what I really like about this game is that your dialogue choices aren't just like flavour or building relationships. They actually can give you stat boosts and things and build your personality. I really like it. I'd forgotten about it. So we have two options. Juniper is obviously quite practical, being raised with animals. So she's not going to think it was a good idea to jump off the cliff, and will say, pure madness. How could someone be so utterly naive?
Agreed. Call me skeptical, but a little proof goes a long way for the rational mind.
They won't always agree. And they both got +1 to pragmatic. Some dialogues require you to voice your opinion. This opinion gives you a trait, which can result in a stat or ability bonus. Over time, your traits can change, and that as well. I mean, I've not seen that in a game before. I really like it. And we've got a rain scroll. That is massive. Look at the size of that scroll. That's got to be half the size of a person. Where am I putting that? You've found a magic scroll. With it, you can cast spells you haven't yet learned. Apparently it's very easy. I wish I knew the button to open both of their... No. Can I move them around? I'm going to send the rain scroll. Yeah, I can. Send to Silvaria. Sounds like something I would do. Oh, and we got a journal log. A journal log? Maybe. Talking statues. We've been standing on the beach for almost 2 hours. It sounds about right. We learned from the diary of a dead man that he jumped off a cliff believing that some whimsical statues had granted him the ability to fly. And the fact that we've got that in our quest log makes me think maybe he wasn't completely ridiculous after all. Alright, let's head the correct way. We found... Oh, did we go the right way? I'm going to go left just in case we missed something. But I reckon we're supposed to got those steps. Splish splosh. Can I jump? Oh. Is there a jump? I want to go over there. Maybe I go around. Feels like I should be able to clamber over, but game logic, right? Oh, we should save. I remapped it. Did that work? I forgot to actually look. I'm going to do it again. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Options. Controls. Where's the old... Quick save. Quick save. Oh, it's... I changed it, but it went back. So I've already got something else mapped to F5, so I'm going to remap. There we go. That should do it. Yeah, sorted. There will be a lot of quick saves. Maybe I can sell wings to people at the top of the cliff. I haven't yet found any wings, Whack. Oh, there's a scary lady up ahead. She... Mysterious leader, level ? And I've got 30% chance to hit. Is there... Ah. You know when you play a game so much that those controls suddenly become like habit and you start using them in another game? That's what I just did. I tried to examine the lady. Maybe, I mean, that doesn't mean there isn't an examine button. Maybe I just didn't see what it was. Destruction toggle. Interact. No. World tooltips. Toggle input cancel point turn. Bear with me. Toggle info. I don't know what that means. So we could try left control and see if that does anything. Okay, back. I'm going to try Alt on her. No? What about control? Nope. We don't get to know. She's a mystery. Oh, there's someone behind her. Unidentified combatant. Oh, there's 2 people. Can't see that one. This looks very magical and fiery. So I think we are going to get crushed. Let's go. Fight!
Source hunters! How did they find us?
Oh.
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy to crush.
Oh no, she knows us.
Say, Madam Conduit.
Alright, looks like we've got a cult. We're just letting those guys go because it's turn-based, and we've been surprised.
Arise, fair dead. Seize upon our enemies.
Gotta be careful with that. Okay. We have a necromancer. Music though. Hope you can still hear the music. I know I turned it down a bunch, but it's so good. Combat in Divinity Original Sin is played in rounds. Everything you do in combat costs action points, which you receive each round. Your turn ends when you have no AP left. Pretty standard. The order of the portraits from left to right determines in what order the combatants take their turns. Combat movement. Left mouse button to attack. Left to keep an eye on... Oh, yeah, okay. So, our movement points look like these green spheres on our hotbar, because when I mouse over the ground you can see them going red depending how far I go. I've got my health, my end turn button, toggle sneak, I've got... Where are my action points? That would be really useful to know. We have a flee combat button on the right and a delay my turn. Interesting. Seriously though, I don't know how to see how many action points I have. This seems like something I need to know quite importantly. Anybody know? Movement 1.46 initiative. This is a problem, isn't it? Action points 6. Okay. But surely I should be able to see without going into this menu here. Okay, we have 6 action points, and I've got a weapon that I can't use. No, the spheres are for movement. You can see it go down as I drag. Oh, movement costs action points as well. It costs 8 AP to go there, so I wouldn't be able to do it because I've got... Okay, so the green is also... We are both right, whack. It's movement and action points. Hang on. No, because it said 6. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I get a boost from something. We will see. We have 8 something. Will she be able to use it at all is the question. We've got first aid, ricochet, treat poisoning, resurrect scroll, oil flask, and flee, and a minor health potion. I could throw the oil flask because they are grouped together. We can see they are level 1, the Cursed Servants and the Cursed Lieutenant. Oh, I went all American just then. Too much American telly. But do we want to waste a scroll on such an early fight? Shouldn't we find out how strong they are? We could use ricochet. Because once I've used that oil flask, it's gone. Because they are close together, so ricochet could work. Firing a normal arrow that forks off to the next target. So let's see how it goes. We'll go for the big guy at the back. For the serious bow, hopefully I can steal it. That's 5 AP.
This arrow seeks more than one target.
Yes. We have destroyed the 2 Cursed Servants. So we can use weapons that we don't have I guess I'm going to say proficiency in, because that's the language I'm used to at the moment. We have injured the Cursed Lieutenant by a bunch. There's no numeric value, but he's not doing well. And I have 3 more action points. I kind of want to hide, but I'm right out in the open. I have more health, so I'm probably gonna stay where I am to protect Silvaria. And I'm gonna end my turn. Alright, so this is my hotbar. Click on a skill icon, start casting. Cancel by pressing right mouse button. Drag skills and items to the hotbar for quick access. Gotcha. We only want to use spells that we know, so each combat we will have them. Doesn't sound like we won't be able to use them in another turn. So we have Malediction to curse an enemy. I might just freeze him. Does that do damage as well as Frozen? Frozen for 2 turns. I mean, we'll just hold him in place. Frozen makes target unable to move or act, but it gains increased armor rating and fire resistance. Excuse me. And we have a regular Staff of Mage's attack. Right, okay, that makes sense. Launch a magical missile from your staff that deals 10 to 20 earth damage. Can't get away from the earth damage. I have an earth staff because of the geomancy. This is why you shouldn't tweak. Okay. I'm going to try to take him down. I don't know how much health the dude has left. Oh! Curse Lieutenant. Curses. There seem to be 3. Oh, it's a load of... bear with me. It isn't like there's a million people who look the same having a fight. It's 3 people and their turns. So, we can't... Yeah, there's no numeric value that I can see for the health, so I'm going to use the Staff of Magus and see. That costs 3 AP. Here we go.
Meet your demise!
We did it!
Their
Hooray!
leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Can we get inside?
Immediately off on a side quest. Yeah. Yay, we did it! What a relief. And we have something in our log. And we were waylaid by a group of tomb raiders escaping with a stone of some kind. Their leader used necromancy, a further indication that Source is in play in Sicil. We can investigate the tomb or keep heading towards the city. Oh, we know what we're going to do. The unrealistic side quests. I'll close that up. And we can have a conversation, which, let's be honest, is going to be my favourite bit. We will be the witch this time. Let's talk.
Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking?
I mean, I'm assuming it's like the tutorial dungeon that always exists, so we're going to go in there for sure. Alright, what does Silvaria want to report on that? Obviously, they weren't petty criminals. They look like cultists of some kind. Does Silvaria want to keep to her orders or attack the source? I think she'd want to attack the source. I don't think she's a lawful sort of lady. We can't well turn... Oh, will she say it? I'm going to say it in case she doesn't, and then if she does, then I'll remember and not, you know, have to say it twice. We can't well turn away from such an odious show of source. Let's investigate the tomb and see what answers it might reveal.
Indeed.
Yeah.
For all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Councillor Jake's murder.
Alright, so yeah, she won't say it, I will say it when I'm speaking for one of them. It's the second time Juniper said dark dealing, isn't it? I think she's found a new phrase. Independent +1. They really have to start disagreeing. We don't want like carbon copies. Do we get loot? Oh no, the bow! I'm gutted. We just get stupid old gold. I wanted his bow. So we've got an ancient stone gate. So we could try to get in there. We could go up the stairs where they disappeared, or we could go left, which is, I think, continuing on. Oh, I've got a prompt. Access the optional tutorial area by entering the dungeon behind you. Yeah, sure. Sure. It's a little bit more, excuse me, you done? Alright, that just looks like they run away that way, so we are going into the ancient stone gate. We don't have much longer. A rat, right. Oh, we can talk to the rat. Okay, ready. Missed it. God damn it.
Do you like shiny gems as much as those other fellows? I admit the king's stone was pretty, but hardly as tasty as a nice crumb of stale bread. Oh well, whatever tickles your whiskers.
That is not the voice I expected. So they stole the king's stone, according to this chipper rat. See? It's useful. I'm annoyed that I didn't get an update to my quest log. No one believes the rats. Are we going to check everything? Why does it feel like yes? A bone. Effects unknown. I'm going to send it to the witch. Maybe she can grind it down. I mean, we have no idea.
This seems to be broken.
Thanks, Juniper.
This seems to be broken.
Oh no, she's so confused. Check this bone pile, because that's important. Yeah, I know what she's going to say. Oh, can we pick up the candles? Oh, we can. Everybody should have candles. Pick up the candles. Set fire to things. We're gonna check everything. If it's well, we'll just have to be patient with the empty ones. Okay, we have a suspicious chest in a place that looks like a kind of altar to this wiggly spider web. I'm gonna check the vase first. Alright, can we lockpick? We don't have any lock picks. We can't smash it with anything either. Examine. HP 20. We could try and attack it. Oh my. Crossbows are a little powerful. We found an aged robe. And an... Oh, yes, thank you. And an empty potion bottle. An empty vial waiting to hold whatever wild concoction you can brew. As I recall, there is some crafting in this game, and you do need bottles for realism. We'll send the bottle... can you do multiple selections? No. Send to Silvaria and the robe to Silvaria. Yeah. And is it any good? 14 armor rating. Is that better than her Source Hunter robe, which is +6? But it's kind of difficult because it's like you're wearing a uniform to let everybody know that you're legitimate, and then you're like, I found this old robe in a musty dungeon that I thought would be better because apparently I get crap equipment from my bosses. Durability is higher. Armor rating is obviously higher. And they've got the same description. A loose-fitting, beautifully dyed robe allows for maximum freedom of movement and comfort. Its wearer can focus on mindful strategizing. The Shell Company, really whack. We're going there. But I did say I wanted to get her a different robe as soon as possible. Boom. Done it. How does she look? Brown. Oh well. Win more. Whoop. Okay. Looks like there's a barricade across this bridge. Checking all of... Oh, you can move objects by clicking and dragging. Click and hold. So I guess we can't like climb or jump in this game. We have to drag crates around. We have a water balloon to create a small water surface with a 4-meter radius. Yes. Sure, there's a water balloon in this dungeon. Why not? Move a container's inventory window, but yeah, okay. Fuse, sure. I don't feel like I'm going to want to make grenades. It doesn't seem like it matches either of them, but maybe future followers. The Adventurer's Field Guide, Volume 6. Oh, that's my alarm. We're going to have to finish. An advanced crafting manual focusing on an esoteric practice. You sneered on reading, but 10 gold says you'll give it a try before the end of the week. I sneered on reading. I don't understand that sentence. Adventurer's Field Guide sounds like something she'd like. Good to be an adventurer. Okay, so we will stay behind these barrels. Let's look at the field guide. The Adventurer's Field Guide. I feel something in me wants to collect volumes 1 to 5 before reading this one, but I'm not going to. Some craftsmen can literally work magic by gluing 2 simple sticks together. Sorry, pet peeve, using the word literally incorrectly. I guess it requires some real experience and some good luck. Too often I found their failures in the trash barrel outside. Elemental quarterstaff recipe. Yum. Yum. Where do I see recipes then? Recipes. I guess it's going to tell me as we go along. Tutorial dungeon. If it hasn't told us by the end of the dungeon, I'll try to remember to look it up. But yeah, we are going to do a save. A new one. That's fine. No need to give it a fancy name. And